I won't take too much of your time with this. On Tuesday, staff presented to County Council the new document management system and provided an overview of our progress in building it and working with our third-party vendor. Council was satisfied enough to allow us to launch it on Tuesday, and it was launched on our website on Tuesday. So for members of the public watching online and in the room, this is a new way of interfacing with documents and viewing documents that have been submitted for land use applications. Every document that comes in for a land use application now in the P&Z office is scanned and uploaded to our new system, and we create files, electronic files, that allow you to view them. It is different to how the Commission's seen them before. You'll see them on our website at the moment. You will see that there will be a single document with hundreds and sometimes thousands of pages where you have to scroll through. Now it's very different. So when you go to the land use docket, and then when we send, in the future, when we launch this to Commission members, we will send you the links to access the case files here. But the public can go onto the website and they can navigate. And the whole thinking with this was an airport departure board. That was the vision. So you come onto the landing page and it shows you a calendar, and you can go back, you can go forward, you can look at previous months, you can look at future months, and you can see what's coming up. But if you click on a specific date, so the yellow dots are Board of Adjustment cases, the blue dots are County Council public hearings, and the red dots are Planning and Zoning Commission. And if you click on any date, it will show you what's coming up. So you can look at tonight, for example. And if you click on any particular application, so this is one that you're going to hear this evening, you will see a map showing where it is, you'll see application information, and you'll see the meeting it's being considered at, and you will see comments that have been submitted. So this is a new ability that the Commission has. You can view comments individually instead of viewing them as a packet. You can click on them, you can sort them by name, and you click on them, and it shows you the comments that have been submitted. And also, if you're looking for a particular document now, you can click on Documents, and it allows you to search. You can refine by date, you can refine by type, you can refine by subtype. If you wanted to search, for example, just for maps, for example, you can type the word map, and it will filter that and just show you the maps. And instead of going for that large packet now, you just click on the document, and it opens a new window, and it shows you that document. So it allows you to go through them much more easily than you did before. And if you want to remove a filter, you can just remove a filter over here, and it shows you all of the documents received. Comments are filtered separately. The big change that you'll see in terms of your agenda, if you go into our website today, this is how your packet looks. This is how you get to the paperless packet, and you have an agenda, and you have one large packet document, and then you have packets for each individual application. The thinking is behind the system now is to use something called agenda management. And what this does is it creates exactly the same agenda that you have right now, but it creates hyperlinks to individual documents. So on your agenda this evening, you have the first item of the business that has a plan, and it has subsequent documents, and you can click on that plan, and you can access it straight from the agenda. And our thinking is to share this link to this page to the commissioners as part of your packets. So you'll be able to view them in a web, any web browser. You'd be able to view the documents. But then when it comes to public hearings, if I was to pick, for example, if I pick CU 2349, you'll be able to see those documents on the right when you click. So if you click the hyperlink above the agenda item, it shows you the submitted documents and maps. It filters the public comments separately, but if you click public comments, it brings you back to that page, and it lets you view those public comments that have been submitted. So it's intelligent. There's different ways to access the same document, but we think this is a lot easier for you to access your packet. It's far more interactive.
Oh, I'm sorry. No,
that's essentially it, though. It's,
okay, so if we're looking at, say, site plans, would we be able to click on that and see where, like, it was approved before? If there were, like, we're checking, like, wait, wasn't there something that was supposed to happen on this one? And then we could, is there,
correct. So if you're looking at a particular item, this is how you get to that particular item. If you're looking for something else and you're looking to undertake research to see what else was approved, you can click on this docket search button up here. This allows, and this is really useful for anyone researching a particular area, this allows you to look in real time at what is in, what's pending. You could remove pending, for example, or you could remove the year, and you can filter results. So if you wanted to look at all, I'm trying to think of a search, if you were to look at all change of zone applications in the last 5 years, you just turn a filter on, and it opens all these map points. So if you're interested in a particular area, you can click on these map points, and if I just pick one at random, it will show a change of zone application. This is CZ 1749, and if there is an electronic file, it will take you to that page. This is probably one this was 2014 application. So this one we haven't back scanned the documents yet, but at least you can see where the application was,
Right.
and you can see its status, and you can see its reference number. And you could do that for other applications, like subdivisions, for example. So it allows you to zoom in. If you're not looking for a particular calendar date and you're just looking at a particular area, you can zoom in and you can search on particular areas, and you can filter all of that. So the aim is to eventually back scan everything back to 1970, but that is going to take a while. So.
Yes, that does.
Can I ask a favor, just for my own benefit, maybe the commissioners? Can you start, like, you've opened up your computer and you've gone to the county website,
Correct.
to get to where you are, because I know, like, you had the agenda with the hyperlinks in it, and I don't know where that is.
Go to the county homepage.
Yeah, and just start from
Yeah.
there.
So if you're on the home page, we put this. If you hover over the business tab,
Yeah.
and then you go over to planning and zoning, and you click that link there. On the left in the navigation, there's land use application docket right there. And if you click that, it brings you right to the airport departure board,
we go.
and that's how you get in. And then you can search from there.
Now, where did you get to the one that looks like the agenda? That's the one I haven't found.
So the way to get into that is if you're looking at an individual date, and we're going to share those hyperlinks directly to the Commission, because
Yeah.
that's how the Commission get to it. But if you're looking at an item for this evening, for example, and you're looking down here, there's a link to the meeting details. So the thinking is, at the moment, if you go onto our website and if you look at meeting details, it will bring you here. The plan is, when you click that, it's going to bring you here. So right now, there's 2 links on every application on this
Gotcha.
afternoon, because we're kind of moving to a new way of doing things. Eventually, the way of doing things is to do it this way.
Okay, so that's not live
Yeah.
yet, this one is what I'm hearing.
Tonight's meeting is live for the purposes of this demonstration.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Because it still takes me back to the old way when I click on that meeting, and
Correct.
that's what
So-
I wanted to make sure I was.
And that's a good point, Ms. Robinson makes. We're actually running 2 systems in parallel right now, but the aim is to discontinue that first system. So we will send you a hyperlink for each meeting that will bring you here, and you'll be able to access your documents here. So. And that's essentially it. I mean, I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. It's probably going to take some trial and error, I think, in terms of.
So, but when somebody clicks on somebody goes to Sussex County government, whatever,
Yep.
anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you. Right now, it'll say you'll have a link for the meeting, and it'll take you to that one page.
Correct.
In the future, it'll have a link to that meeting, and it'll take you to this calendar where they can click. So it's still easy to find. They don't have to know to go to planning and zoning and go to the dockets.
Correct. So you'll be able to access it if you go back to the.
Okay. I just want to make sure we didn't, I didn't want somebody saying, hey, you're trying to hide things from us.
Correct.
No.
This is our homepage. The aim is to get from our homepage here. That's the next step. That although we launched on Tuesday and it's online and folks have been accessing it, it's the navigation to get there from the homepage is still being built. So.
Sweet.
The other thing that Mr. Whitehouse explained to council, that's a component of this for the public, is that it shows, he showed it a second ago, like comments that come in, they're categorized by in favor of, in opposition to, or neutral. But it also, there's an ability for people to, when they go to the specific application, provide their own comments through this website. In other words, without having to mail it in or email it. And actually, once they do that, then it would automatically be linked in.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Correct. But Ms. Robertson's correct. I actually forgot to mention that. But once you're viewing comments, if you want to add comments, you click this button over here.
And so you'll be able to scroll down and you'll be able to see all the opposition comments itemized, know how many there are, what they say. You just click on it, it opens up that one as opposed to 575,
Yeah.
pages of whatever.
Right.
You'll be able to see ones in favor of it, and then agency comments are itemized,
Correct.
everything. So.
And
That's great.
A new feature is we ask members of the public when commenting to please tell us if you're in support or if you're neutral or if you're in opposition. That helps with counting. So at the moment we have to manually go through every comment and try and work out.
Are they required to leave a name and address?
Correct. So at the moment it's set up with a phone number, name and email address. The address bar is actually to be added in the next few days. So,
Right.
so.
It's great.
Yeah, it's going to be a big improvement.
Yeah. I think so.
It-
Excellent. Very nice, and I'm sure this has taken a lot of work.
It's,
A lot of time.
as we roll it out, Mr. Chairman, we're going to look at your devices because this is in a browser interface. We want to look at the speed of your devices and see if they might need a refresh based on how fast this moves. We certainly don't want you pausing to download documents. So that's the next step, is we're going to look at that. So.
Fresh would be good, and I wouldn't mind one that weighed about half as much as this one does.
I think they've moved it on quite a bit in the last few years, so we'll definitely be looking at that. So that's all I have, thank you, unless you
All
have any
right,
questions.
thank you very
The
much.
good news is, though, I think with all this, I don't know, even on my laptop, it has a tendency when you try to bring it up, it crashes over
Yes.
so much.
Well, mine
because
crashes
You only
all
will
the
bring
time
up
now.
one item, so it shouldn't crash anymore.
Yeah.
That's the best news.
Yeah.
That's good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, moving on to other business. Our first item of other business is site plan